Solve.
Well, this was one of the more important wins of the season. We were flat in the mind, deflecting, making excuses, and really were not committing to what was necessary to give ourselves a chance to win this game against a team that presented a lot of challenges with the shooting and the speed and quickness, the youth. They get you on your heels. It takes a laser focus and commitment, and your efforts have to be spot on. And we were trying to do it halfway in the first half, and guys took ownership of it at halftime. And I just thought the overall tenor, disposition, communication, urgency, focus, all of that was much better in the second half. And the point we make to our team all the time is none of that guarantees anything. It took all of that just to get out of here in overtime, barely winning the game. But that's the lesson. And we showed some great resolve and grit to be able to grind this out through all the emotions and the ups and downs that happened, a lot of it in the second half of the fourth quarter and the overtime.
Erik, when James has been at his best year, especially that first year, you use the term Swiss Army knife. Are you seeing signs of that with him again?
Yeah, no question. He had his fingerprints on so many of those plays down the stretch. He had that block. I don't even know where he came from at the end. But offensively, he and Goran have a great connection, and we were able to run some offense through him when they were jamming up a lot of our catch and shoots and kind of flattening us out with our spread pick and roll. So he gave us a different dynamic and playmaking out of the pick and roll. And defensively, he did some special things in the zone that you have to be a great athlete and have the size and instincts to be able to make those plays, and he was able to do that.
Erik, for 3.5 quarters, Bam, kind of uncharacteristically, just hadn't gotten much going offensively.
Yeah.
And then when it started, it just sort of came in a wave. Is that, I know you've come to expect more steady from him, but did you have a feeling that he was going to have a finish like that, a flourish like that?
No, but he understands competition. It's not always going to go your way, and somehow you have to stay in that mental fight and that grind to be able to be present and ready for the next possession. And he's not carrying a hangover of his play up to that point, and he's just ready to make some winning plays. And he made some big ones. Obviously, to put it into overtime, that lob, the pass was fantastic from Goran over Bagley, perfectly timed, and but then Bam, put his fingerprints there at the end. That's what winning players do. I literally don't even look at the box score with him to see if he's had an impact or not.
What was the reasoning for using the zone defense as much? Just from trying to understand that perspective, because it seemed like sometimes it didn't work and then sometimes it did. But what was your feelings about how it worked out tonight?
But yeah, I thought we had some really good possessions in it. They had, when DJ went out and we don't have Jimmy, they had some. I don't want to say matchups that they could exploit. Look, we'll play wherever, and we had to rely on our man and zone. That's what I've been saying. It's not about the scheme. It's about the effort and commitment that you're putting into the defense, and we had some really good possessions. Particularly in the second half, it was much better in the second half, and we were able to hold them to 41%. That team can score, particularly when they spread you out.
Alejandro Villegas, 5 reasons. Erik, those 3-pointers from James Johnson, is that something you're asking him to do, or something he tried from himself? You want to see that from him? No, we're just asking him
more to be himself. Yeah. We don't have to obsess about one aspect of his game or the other. Everybody wants the shiny new, whatever that may be. He had his impact on this game the way James Johnson should. And that's across the board, making winning plays on both ends of the court. He should not be his production should not be defined on whether the 3 ball's going in or not. He made a lot of other big winning plays, and that's the only thing that matters.
How mind-boggling is it that you guys have already matched last year's win total at home?
Hadn't thought about it. What was our road record last year?
I'm already going negative.
All right, anything else? I go to dark places pretty quick.
All right, guys, thank you.
Okay, thank you.